All right, welcome to my channel, Brando Flips. My name is Brandon. I've been an eBay reseller for a little over 10 years. I'm going to show you today my Facebook Marketplace haul I picked up for $50. It's a whole lot of vintage electronics. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. And actually a lot of it doesn't work. Part of me kind of wishes I didn't pick this up just because it's going to be a little bit of work, and then I got to kind of test everything and explain things in the listing. But as a reseller, you're going to have to get creative with what you got, and I just couldn't leave all that money sitting on the table, all that money to be made sitting on the table. So pretty much everything back here on this table here is part of it. Some of this stuff, the saw is not part of it. And then this was part of it as well. I already tested this guy. It does turn on, but I don't get voltage from it. Now, I'm not able to test things like, like some of these nerd guys do. They buy this stuff and people are able to fix these things, change capacitors and stuff. I can do some basic testing, with my multimeter here. I can test for voltage. I can test for continuity. Like this guy was part of it here. And this is some sort of calibrator machine. And what I did with this was I chat GPT'd on what exactly it does and how I can test it. And I tested the continuity through each switch, and there wasn't any wild swings or any open circuits or whatever when I was turning any of the knobs. So it seems like it's okay. I'm not going to go with 100% working on the listing, but I will describe in the listing my findings, and that will help the buyer that is looking for that item or that is interested in that item. They'll usually know exactly what they're looking at anyways. So with that being said, I'm going to show you pretty much everything here. I think there's probably about 25, 26 items. I'm not exactly sure on how many is there. But yeah, like I said, I'm sorry for the mess. This stuff here is something different. That is going to get listed as well. And you'll probably see it in like an eBay listing video later on. Let me just pull the camera closer a little bit so everybody can be so we can be in the shot here and not be walking too far away from the camera, So first item is this Nakamichi alarm clock. Tested and it works. It does have most of this stuff here, and most of the time whenever you find vintage electronics, it's got a slight cigarette smoke to it. Usually just Windex and a good hard scrubbing on this stuff will take most of the smell away. And you just got to put in the listing that has a slight tobacco odor. And if you put that in there and they don't read that and then they start a return, you can just be like, hey, it was in the listing at least, So most of this stuff I'm going to charge shipping on because everybody nowadays, they want a low ball. So say I charge $20, I'm going to charge shipping on it. And I have all my toolkit over here. I got my tape measure for when I'm listing. I got a pen. Sometimes you just need to write something down. And I also have a flashlight. because I just turned 42 and I swear my eyes do not work like they used to. It's very hard to read in low light now, or small lettering. It's kind of crazy how that works, because I used to have pretty sharp vision. So anyways, this guy here, it's a pretty cool item. I plugged it in, this little light turns on. The needle moves when I turn the knobs here. I'll probably make a video for the listing on this, showing what it's doing, whether it's working right or not. I have no idea. But yeah, I did pull a power cord over here so I can kind of show you guys things as I test them with you on camera here. But yeah, this does that. I don't know. It's kind of, the needle is, but I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if it's gonna blow up in my hand. It very well could. So, I mean, it's an old piece of machinery, but it's a Heath kit. So, even if it didn't work, you could sell this easily for parts. These things are collectible. People look for Heath kit all the time. Let's see, what is next here? What do you want me to show you next? Oh, I got this Boston Acoustics alarm clock radio. This works. It sounds very good. I hooked it up to an FM antenna that I have, and actually I got it from another lot haul from an estate sale, which I'll post separately from this video, and you'll see all that stuff. But yeah, it works good. The radio works, and of course it smells like smoke. But I'm gonna clean the fabric real well and just scrub it real good and try to get most of that cigarette tobacco smell off of there. I don't know if the camera just picked that up, but I got an eBay message, of course. Probably an offer. I got this solid state 5-man AC/DC radio, which is pretty cool. It's by Candle. I've never heard of that brand before, but I plugged it in, it turns on and everything, and I can get a faint sound. So it's like the volume isn't working right on it or something. So, you know, I'll sell it for parts, $20 plus shipping. I don't care. I just need to get it out of here, and it's not that big. It'll be easy to pack up and ship. And all of this stuff, I have a regular 9-to-5 job, so I'll be putting 2-day handling time on there, because I can't be running home after work and shipping this thing off if it sells at 11 o'clock at night, because I work at 4 and 5 in the morning, and who's going to get up before then to start packing, and then you got to run home right after work and ship it. So I'm not doing that. So 2-day handling time if I have to go get any boxes, packing materials or whatever, just to do it right and get it to the post office or whatever. Next item is this antenna tuner by E.F. Johnson Company. I would say it works, but I don't think it does, because, well, this knob is hard to turn. This one doesn't turn at all. This one turns, and these turn, and I guess the knob just fell off. Also, that's broke back there. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but what I'll do on this is I'll take it apart. I'll photograph the inside for whoever, sometimes they like to see if lightning hit it or something, and if it's fried inside, and a lot of these electronic ham nerd guys, they'll fix this stuff, you know. And if I got 20 bucks plus shipping on that, fine. Next item is this Hitachi HTL303. It's a automatic turntable. Pretty bad condition, as you can see. There's a crack, so I can't sell the hood. I mean, I probably could, I don't know, if somebody really wanted it, but I think my best bet is to maybe try to get that little assembly out of there. I guess sell the rubber here, and maybe take this apart and sell the table and the motor if it works. I haven't plugged it in at all. This one, I didn't really think there was a reason to, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's plug this thing in and see what happens here. Let's see if it even turns on. I don't even know if it'll turn on. Oh, look at that. We got some lights. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, because I can't see that in the camera. But arm operation. Can you see that? The arm moves. And I know a lot of times you can sell these styluses too. Of course, it looks bent, so I'm not sure if I want to sell that stylus or not. I'll just sell it with the arm or whatever. But yeah, I'll definitely sell that assembly if I can. Let me shut this and see what happens. I'm gonna hit play. Well, the table's not moving, so that's not a really good sign. Of course, we had that rubber there. Let's see. Yeah, so anyways, you guys don't want to sit here and watch me fiddle with this thing, so. And the feet on the bottom of that thing are pretty much gone too, so yeah. Next is this Fluke multimeter. That's the specs on it, if anybody cares. It's missing the probes, but I mean, it turns on, so that's all I can show the customer. Somebody out there is gonna want it. That's the thing. Next, some Fender guitar pedals. I will test these and put the findings on eBay, on the eBay listing. I don't see why this wouldn't work. There's not much to it, but you never know. This guy here, he's pretty heavy. It's some sort of a calibration unit. It's got range and amplitude on it. I have not hooked a multimeter to it or anything. I did plug it in. There's no lights on it or anything, so there was nothing I could test right away. And I didn't have my multimeter at the time because it was in my trailer for some reason, but that's that. So the next thing I got is this guy. It's a Peso DMS 3040B. I did plug it in and it powered on. Seems like it's gonna work all right. I have no idea what it's worth. I'm looking inside at the capacitors and none of them seem bloated or anything. So, but it is heavy. It's nice and heavy. It's got, you can tell it's got a big transformer in the front up here. So somebody will probably want that. It's not in bad shape. I'm not going to test it any further than I plugged it in and lights came on. I mean, I probably could, but I don't know. That's all I'm just gonna put it as either for parts are not working or as just as untested or both. I don't know yet. So this guy here, little audio equalizer guy. Haven't tried this guy yet, but we can see what he does. So we got some lights. Not all of them are working. Not sure why, but they are coming on after I touch them. Most of them work. Not sure if that means if these particular channels are working or not, but I don't know. Depending on how much it's actually worth, you know, I'll sell it for parts or donate. That's just my initial thoughts on that. I don't know. This guy here is a reel-to-reel. Have no idea if it works. It's got speakers here. Cool vintage speaker covering here. I kind of like it. I might just sell the knobs and stuff for parts. I don't know, or just donate the whole thing. I mean, I could sell the caps, these caps that go over the reel. I could just sell all the knobs and the caps as one. I could take it apart and sell individual parts. I don't know. I'll probably look it up and then see if parts for that thing are even selling. What is it anyways? It's a airline, Ward's airline. So yeah, Montgomery Ward's made a lot of stuff back in the day. I remember shopping at Ward's with my grandparents back in the day. So this is a vintage Panasonic boombox. I have no idea if it works or how much it's worth, but this is the one where the speakers come off and you can move them around. It's in pretty good cosmetic condition when it's cleaned up. I have no idea if the tape deck works. I might have to change a belt in there or something. See, I can do little stuff like that. I can change a belt in the tape decks. You know, I'll find old Sony Walkmans, old Sony cassette dual cassette tape players, you know, and all that stuff. So yeah, and everything's a little dusty in here, so we gotta dust ourselves off. And I got all of this for 50 bucks. So, I mean, you know, haters are gonna hate, oh, that's broken. But you can sell anything on eBay, you know, and just, I get it, you know. I kind of wish I didn't buy this stuff because now it's work, you know, and I gotta test it and I gotta at least try to test it to my abilities and explain what on eBay what it is, you know, take measurements. And it takes time, and then you got to store it, and then when it sells you got to ship it, and you're not getting that much for it. So I get it, but you know, money is money, you know, and it's actually kind of fun when you're just doing it. So this is a Harman Kardon tuner, vintage. It's a copper tuner. So this part here is glass. It's pretty cool. Yeah, all around it, you got the tuner's in pretty good shape. It all turns. All the little fins are not bent or anything. It seems pretty complete. This is the wire that goes to the tuner. This is the part that tunes it. This is the variable knob here that for volume and stuff. I guess that's on and off maybe. Oh, it does. Yeah, you just gotta turn it hard. Okay. And the rest of it is in that little plastic bag you saw, which is here. It's got the tubes. And then it's also got the, it's got that other knob. And then it's got the copper faceplate. So I have no idea how much this thing is worth, or even if these tubes work. I don't know how much I get for that thing. If I got 20 bucks plus shipping, I'd be happy. Because I got, a good 20 to 25 items here. And on these smaller ones, they're easy to ship. It's easy to find a box for. We order a lot of stuff from Amazon. We have friends that will give us all their boxes and stuff and all their packing material. Sometimes I have to go get packing material and sometimes I have to go get a box. It's just part of life. Next thing is this guy. Spider webs all over it. I have no idea if it works. It's kind of dusty a little bit. Again, I'll plug it in and hook up a multimeter to it and see if I get voltage. At least try to give the buyer something to go off of, give them what to expect. So yeah, the next thing, I think it's another reel-to-reel. Yeah, some sort of reel-to-reel thing. It's a Concord. It seems in pretty good condition. It's got nice ivory keys. It's all nice ivory color, white. And the cover's in pretty good condition. I have no way of testing it other than plugging it in, and if it does something, I can explain that. I don't have any reels to throw on there, so hold on one sec. I just wanted to get something to drink. Yeah. I mean, better for you than beer. Not as good as beer, but yeah. So I drink a lot of those over beer. Next thing, I have this. It's the Master's Voice gramophone symphony. It's a gramophone. I don't know how old it is. It's got all the parts. It's got the needle, the crank, and then this part here says SSS made in Germany, and it actually turns pretty nice. And I also have the I don't know, the big thing that the sounds comes out of. I don't know what it's called. So if you know what it's called, leave a comment. But I have no idea. So I've never even had one of these in my possession before. But yeah, so I have no idea what I would even get for it or what it's worth. Next thing, the music machine. I can't see anything being wrong with this thing. But then again, who knows? It's a nice condition though. And the only thing that looks broke is this little thing right here that the cord wraps around. But other than that, and I'll probably just test it real fast. If it works, I'll sell it. I'll put it for sale. But if it doesn't work, I'll probably just donate it. There's some stuff here that I'll probably just donate. I don't know yet. Next thing is another, this one's a power supply by HP, Harrison Laboratories. Not HP. I haven't tested it, but we'll see if it works. All right, next thing. Is this PV, what is this thing? Well, it's architectural acoustics. I don't know exactly what it is. It looks like it's for microphones, controls the bass and the treble and the contour. It's probably pretty old. It's probably pretty obsolete, but there are probably people that like this vintage stuff for their music, so they will buy it. And I have no idea if it works or not, but I'm gonna offer it for sale if it seems like it works. If it doesn't seem like it works, I'll probably just donate it because I don't think it's worth much. Next thing is this old Hitachi solid state AM FM stereo. And I did plug this in because it looked kind of cool. And it turned on. I'll show you guys. This is exactly the stuff that people look for, you know? I mean, it's old, it's vintage, kind of beat up. But for the right price, somebody might buy it, especially if it works. I don't know what that is. It's like plumber's putty or something. But yeah, it comes on. And it's got a little stereo light there. And then this is the back of it. So, and I'll do sold videos on this stuff too in the future. You guys will see all that because I plan on doing sold videos, you know, throughout my eBay journey here. So I'm not new to eBay at all. I had another account before and it went to my business partner. He got it. So I started a new one, and it's hard selling on a new account because, especially when you know what you're doing, because you already know how to make titles, you already know how to make good listings, and you start selling, you know, 2, 3, 4, or 5 items a day. You start selling $100, $200, $300 items. Yeah, so I started this account on the 5th of May, and yeah, they've already restricted me twice, held my payments, and yeah, and each of those was like 7 days. So I've only been selling on eBay for like basically a week, and I'm trying to take it slow now so that I stop getting restricted. Maybe there's like a probation period of 30 days. I'm hoping that I'm gonna cross here and they'll stop doing that. So I don't know. If not, then I'm gonna get on with customer service if they do it again and be like, hey, I've already had this happen 3 times. And what they're doing is that they're watching the tracking get to the customer and seeing if you're getting like returns and whatnot, and if you're dealing with them and stuff. So I get it. They want to. There's a lot of scammers, buyers and sellers out there, and they want to keep their platform pretty clean. And unfortunately, it's getting pretty bad, way worse than it's been in the past. You know, so there's that. I got these. I don't know. Maybe I'll sell them together for 20 bucks plus shipping. I don't know. Maybe I'll just offer them for sale at least. Maybe somebody will want them. This one's pretty cool. It's complete in the box. It's not brand new. That would be freaking awesome if it was brand new. But yeah, it's got everything in the box. It's got all the original paperwork. I think it was like 135 bucks back in 1982. That was the year before I was born. So, yeah, I mean, 135 bucks back in 1982. You know, you were a baller if you're buying that, I guess. Even today, because 135 bucks ain't cheap. Next thing, this guy. This is a Masterwork 570, and it turns on. See, I like this kind of stuff. It intrigues me. So I feel like this guy gave me a bunch of stuff that he was trying to sell on eBay, or he's a junk hauler and he gets a bunch of stuff. If it doesn't work, he's just trying to get rid of it. But yeah, it turns on. Oh yeah, the tuner moves. Stereo light comes on when it gets in range. So it's telling me that something's working there. This side's not working. As far as I know. I don't know. Maybe it needs an 8-track tape in there, which it probably does. And I have no idea if these light up here. So yeah, because this probably only lights up if there's a tape in there. I'm imagining. Oh, look at that. We got some lights when I hit record. Look at that. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, you could test stuff and then you go back and test it and you're like, oh, okay, yeah. That's why you got to push all the buttons. I mean, be careful. Don't just be pushing buttons on things, but you know, I don't want to get blamed if you guys blow yourselves up or anything, but sometimes on stuff like that, you just got to push buttons and see if it works or not. That doesn't mean that works still. You know, you want to hook up some speakers to it, you know, maybe it starts cutting out, maybe I don't know. So, next thing is, this is another Hitachi, yeah. It's pretty cool looking, and it does turn on. Let me just, am I in the camera? Yeah, I'm still in the camera. You can see me. So, So yeah, that turned on. And then that's volume there. And then you can tune it up and down. And I believe I did have an antenna hooked to this, and I was getting some range in the channels here, so I don't know. And then here's the back of it. I can't remember. Did I have? No, I didn't have the antenna hooked to this. Must have been the other one. So there's that. So is everything broken? I don't know until I get in there and I test it a little further. But down here I have another reel-to-reel. There's a projector, and then there's something else. Oh, this guy. What is that? Oh, it's another reel. Oh, but it's a Sony. So that's a good one. And there's a spider in there too. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but I almost stuck my finger right in them. Only thing is, it's missing the door, the cover on this thing. So, I don't know. I might take a couple of these and something like that, I might just part out. Like, take the knobs off, the little meter off, the rocker switch. You know, I'll take a picture of everything on the outside, assembled first, and then just part it all out. I don't know how much I would make off of it, but that'll be for a rainy day, like when I'm truly bored. So that is something that can just sit here until I'm ready to do that. And I want to have most of the parts readily available, because I have a feeling that whoever buys that wants, you know, like needs like 3 knobs and maybe a meter or something. I don't know. I don't want to just have a knob and then be like, hey, do you have the meter to that? Oh yeah, let me go take that apart. I don't know. That's just my thinking on that. This thing here is a Bendix record player. It's old. It's in a big wooden box. I'm not going to bother taking that out, or maybe I will. Let me show you this first. Some sort of old vintage military signal generator thing. Missing the cover. I have no idea if it works, but people do look for stuff like this, and if you have it for the right price on eBay, working or not working, people like stuff like like stuff like this for projects and stuff too. So I don't see it as a huge deal just to sell it for parts. And then this Bendix, let me see this. It's pretty cool looking. I haven't plugged it in or anything yet. I'm trying not to get spidered. Yeah, maybe I won't. There's a lot of places for creepy crawlies to live. But I can see some tubes in the back. I can't take this camera off there. It doesn't have a quick release either. But yeah, there's some tubes in the back. And then, yeah, so what I'll do is I'll just I'll probably just take the camera off after I'm done recording here, and then just kind of add it into this segment here, and I'll cut out this segment maybe. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get to putting this stuff back. I don't know how many items we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It's looking like 29 items I got for 50 bucks. So just under $2 an item. That's not terrible. So yeah, and it's just going to be a little bit of my time and a little bit of testing, a little bit of effort. The shipping is going to be, shipping and storing it is going to be the biggest pain in the butt. But yeah, I think even if I sold every item on here for 20 bucks a piece, you know, obviously plus shipping, you know, that's, you know, $300 to $500 I'll make after fees and shipping. So yeah, if you guys like that, leave a comment, like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it or don't like it. If you don't like me, oh well, I'm not going anywhere. So I'll still be selling on eBay and I'll be making money. So that's that. And I thank you for watching, if you watched to the end, and I'll make more content for you guys.